Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Washington Wizards.
And for that matchup with the Kings, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And for Miami, we've got Tyler Hero. Also Terry Rozier out there. Butler out there with Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4-man position. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him, but for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
Now, here's Ivey. Well, we know it's been tough to win in Detroit for the Pistons. They've changed coaches again. Just 2 playoff appearances, Shams, in the last 15 years for this very proud and historic franchise. But there is, I feel, as you look at that franchise, hope. Do you see it as well?
No question, and it really starts with Cade Cunningham. I'm told the Pistons organization has all the confidence in the world in Cunningham. First pick in the draft in 2021. He averaged 23 points, 8 assists per game, 6'6" point guard. Cunningham is someone the Pistons brass is very confident can be a franchise player, and he is their cornerstone moving forward.
He is a good starting point, I would agree. Shots good by Duren.
This is why Duren shoots such a high percentage. He picks those.
Switch here. MP's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Asar Thompson. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want, but there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Miami trailer. Hero passes to MP. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Cunningham's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Hero. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's 13 points for Tyler Hero. Cunningham outside. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. And he converts the layup. Cunningham's got 7 points.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Hero, that's a two-pointer, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Isaiah Stewart out there with Ausar Thompson. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about free agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text, when a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team. That is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans, so I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, and fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later. But NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing two things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best. And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Rozier comes in for MP. And then for Detroit, Harris comes in for Thompson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Marcus Sasser. Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes, and less of a chance of super teams, and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. Wow. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
Now here's Butler. His last outing, he had 18 points. Rozier the pass to Hero. Rozier with the screen for Hero. Rebound by the Pistons. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Get on your feet. The live section gets free t-shirts for Watson.
The Heat making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Beasley. .102 left in the second quarter. Outside, Hero. Looking to end the run. Bangs home the trifecta. Hero's got 9 points in the quarter.
You have to be mindful of Hero's range. He can absolutely burn you from outside.
Thompson outside. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Cunningham. Rebound by the Heat. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Rozier. Pass to Highsmith. The 3. The shot. No good. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Ivy. Now, here's Cunningham. Four seconds left. And he sinks the layup. Cunningham's got 11 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 2. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome to the 2.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Pistons, this is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on...
Foot on the gas, MP. Get in there.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Duren, break D that time from Adebayo.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jimmy Butler remains the Heat's franchise player. He says, the confidence my teammates and my coaches put in me, it's a lot. They hype me up out there and I just go play. I try everything in my power to make sure that we win. They trust me with everything. And Kevin, he's earned that faith.
Adney DA, he tends to deliver in the biggest moments and always has. Hey, we thank you for that report. The Pistons leading. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, The Miami Heat are one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
And Adebayo throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Ivy, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists in the game. Butler feeling out of it. Five to shoot. Pass to Highsmith. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Harris. Thompson outside. Off target from outside.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
MP, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a miss there on the triple. Miami's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Cunningham against MP. Again, the miss by the Heat. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And the shot goes in.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
MP outside. Got it off in time. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Pistons ahead, up by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for the Pistons, Hardaway is out there with Howard. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Sasser in at the point guard position. Over in the corner, Rozier. Beasley with the steal. to the right side. Here's Sasser, and he's good on the 3-ball. Sasser's got the lead up to 7 now for Detroit. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his first bucket in this one.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He knows every possession is critical now.
Make some noise for your Heat Breaker dance crew.
Now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told his guys to max it out on the 3. If those shots aren't coming, then we need to move on. There are other looks for us out there. We want some diversity in those shot attempts, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And Adebayo sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in. All Reed's checked in for Detroit. Kate Cunningham comes in for Marcus Sasser. Rozier kicks to MP. Pass to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And it's Rozier missing. Pistons leading by 5. And now the Pistons fast break. Cunningham outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 20 points.
You got to have poise and you got to have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
Rozier the pass to MP. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Robinson left side. Shot clock at 6. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 5 in the bucket from Rozier.
He's a competitor. Even amongst the trees, Rozier has such confidence in his ability to finish.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And the Heat with some changes. Butler, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Hero subbed in for MP. And a different look here for the Pistons. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really?
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day. You guys look tired out there.
Come on, MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Hey, Coach.
Great game.
Let's get it, MP.
Let's go, MP.
living.
Please report any violations to these rules. Number 14, Tyler
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Mavericks, they're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
When I look at the Heat, they're going in the wrong direction. The good news, it's still super early in the season. Lots of games still to be played and lots of time to flip the switch.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 4-man spot. And for the Heat, we've got Jimmy Butler. Tyler Hero is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at power forward. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Watch him.
He's checked in for Rozier.
Talk out there, right? Help each other out.
You got it.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive. But when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Love this intensity from Hero. I mean, he's willing to get physical there inside.
Miami shooting their first free throws here for the night. And that one falls for Hero. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's
substitution on the field.
Foot of the gas, MP. Get in there.
Here's MP. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter here. Highsmith passes to Robinson. Here's MP. Again, the Heat misses.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
To the inside. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
MP against Payne. Here's MP. And it's New York with a rebound. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad.
Even though they had the better roster, they actually lost the season series to this team last year.
Now here's Payne. Towns for three. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's MP. 27 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's hauled in by Robinson.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Back to Towns. Pass to Payne. 4 seconds left. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Achua is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Daje in at the small forward position. MP outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Robinson.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
Second quarter. So for Miami, Adebayo's checked in for Love. Butler comes in for Robinson, and MP subbed in for Hero. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Achua. OG Anunoby's checked in for McBride. And it's Bridges in for Shamet. Miami, no good that time either. And the Knicks shooting only 36% so far in this game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. He's off on the first. Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
Here's Hart. That one doesn't drop. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. A minute and a half left in the first half. Such a wide open look. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
And we've begun to see their three-point shooting slip a little this quarter.
MP outside. There's the triple. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, a clear look for Anunoby. And count it from 19 feet away. And it's a 6-point New York lead.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. And a switch here also for New York. McBride, he's checked in for Brunson. New York leading by 6. Now here's McBride. No points yet. Pass to Towns. 35 seconds left in the half. Here's Bridges. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
MP looking around to halt the run. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Hart. Outside McBride. Inside. Wide open. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And so it's New York, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Thanks for joining us through the first half. There is still some work to do for the Miami Heat.
Efficiency, so far not a part of this game plan. Taking outrageous shots on the other end. It's the best way.
All right, fellas, time to acknowledge the players of the week. Looking at the East, Giannis. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left. Making a switch here. MP's checked in. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
They've got MP. He's out there with Tyler Hero. Jimmy Butler out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. MP shot is off.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
It's Bridges on the wing. Off target from 3-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
MP right side. Pass to Highsmith. Here's MP. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Knicks leading by 11. And Grant, the Heat, last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Outside Brunson. Oh, there's the alley. Stripped it away. Hero against Brunson. 13 feet out. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Hero's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, rising up on a dime. I love seeing Hero be assertive like this.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Adebayo passes to Highsmith. To the paint. Here's Butler. Shoots over Hart. The shot by Butler, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
Hero, the pass to MP. Butler on the wing. Back to MP. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Towns outside. Count it. Towns has got 17 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's New York. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score here.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, we've got Campaign. Precious Achiuwa is out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Brunson in at the 2. Rozier, the pass to Adebayo. Left side Robinson. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
MP against Brunson. Spins. The 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Miami shooting a poor 25% for this game so far. Rozier, the pass to Robinson. Jaquez with it. Rozier looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Over Payne. Rozier can't get it to go.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Payne, the pass to McBride. And he lobs it up top. Achiuwa with the dunk.
Well, with a little style is the vertical threat that is Precious Achiuwa. That's a precious finish.
Attention fans, now on the court is your underdog. Get loud and let them hear it. It's T-shirt time. Who wants one?
The Knicks making a switch here. Bridges is checked in.
Your Miami Heat dancers.
And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
You've got to be willing to absorb contact as an undersized guard. Terry Rozier says, I am up to that challenge.
Pass to Brunson. Well, Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
Get ready to get icy, fans. It's your Heat break.
A different look for Miami. Highsmith, he's checked in for Jaquez. Butler comes in for Robinson. And it's Hero in for MP. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was...
Win some, you lose some.
Come on, MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Hey, what you working on?
Good, MP. MP, you're about to go off.
Up next, the Wizards taking on the Heat. For the Washington Wizards, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus, the sheer will. Each game a new opportunity to prove their identity. Heat, Wizard. Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Terry Rozier. He's out there with Tyler Hero. Butler out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. And for Washington, they've got Sarr. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Koulibaly. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Poole in at the point. Greg is a player. How long does the some changes. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kispert subbed in for Jordan Poole. And Miami with a change here, too. MP's checked in for Terry Rozier. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Kicks it out to Hero. Clock at 4. MP passes to Adebayo. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first. MP, that's for 2. Miami no good on that time either. Washington leading now by 5. Brogdon outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Both teams deciding to change it up. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Butler passes to Adebayo. For Valanciunas. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight. Washington's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Pass to Bagley. Bay with it. Shot from the wing, and the jumper falls for him.
And that mid-range isn't where Bay butters his bread, but if forced, he's more than able of knocking those down.
MP looking around. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Kispert. Rebound by the Heat. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
First free throw is good.
You gotta like how ready Bay always seems to be, prepared to seize the moment whenever his number's called.
The Wizards making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. Bay hits them both. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Hero. MP outside. Launches it. Valanciunas grabs the board. From about 16, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's the Wizards as they end the first quarter with a massive And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Saddiq Bey. Then there's Kispert. And it's Carrington in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards.
Well, that's the danger of giving Hero a look from deep.
The Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to Atlanta. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention stand for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Heat are always a tough-minded bunch. Jimmy Butler says, I just think nobody cares on our team. Make or miss shots, we're going to be who we are because we're not worried about anybody else. So that's what I think it is, the I don't give a darn factor. I'm paraphrasing. You get it.
I do, David. You are G-rated. Hey, thank you, D.A. Hero kicks to Robinson. Hero with the screen on Bey. Robinson for three. Rebound, Washington. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Rozier in for MP. Some changes. Koulibaly comes in for Saddiq Bey. And Poole subbed in for Kispert. Then for the Heat, Butler, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And MP subbed in for Tyler Hero. The Heat trail by 14. Butler finds MP. Goes up on the high post. Misses off the left eye.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
All right, Stan. Hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
MP with it. Picked up by Poole. MP passes to Jaquez. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. MP, no good.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Butler deciding where to go with it. MP. Rebound, Washington. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Song. Jaquez with the rebound. So Rozier will bring it up for the Heat. 17-point game. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
On the court.
11 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Kuzma. And again, Washington no good. And so it's the Washington Wizards out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we...
Well, right now for Washington, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Washington Wizards. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He is...
He's checked in for the Wizards. Kispert comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Miami also making a switch. MV's checked in.
Let's hear it for you.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. MP out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Butler. And it's Highsmith in at the 4 slot.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Sarr sets the screen for Poole. The Wizards with another miss.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Highsmith the pass to Butler. Now MP. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Butler. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas just being a bully on defense there. Great job positioning himself to get that there.
Bagley, he's checked in for the Wizards. Washington leading now by 6. Poole with it. Kispert wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kispert's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Smart read by Poole there, noticing the overcommitment and making the D pay.
MP, that's for 2. Bagley with the rebound.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Kispert, bounce pass, and here's Poole for 3. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Robinson kicks to MP. Outside Butler. On the wing, MP. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here is Poole. Bagley with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Bagley's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Washington out in front. They lead by 12. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust each other these last minutes, right?
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Bagley. Then there's Kispert. Then it's Saddiq Bey. And it's Carrington in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Bey against Robinson. Here's Kispert, and the dunk by Kispert.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Rozier the pass to Adebayo. Rozier kicks to Robinson. Here's MP. Rebounded by the Wizards. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Another miss by MP.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
And Miami making a change here. Highsmith is checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Oh, my gosh. Just throw it up to the square and Bam will do the rest.
And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Wizards. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Kispert, no good. The Heat trail by 15. Here's Robinson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Lots of ways Robinson can get to the basket. Defenses play him tight.
Shooting for Miami, Duncan Robinson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Robinson. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards.
Susan on the court.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Valanciunas with the ball, guarded now by Kevin Love. The Wizards working the ball around now. Kispert, and the dunk by Kispert.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Washington basketball. At the line for the Wizards, Jonas Valanciunas. Shooting 1.
Yeah.
And the technical free throw is good. So it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Season's not over. Plenty of time left.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock. We know MP came ready to play.
The National Basketball Association and the Miami Heat are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing eyes, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violation of these rules to the nearest.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Miami Heat. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Russell Westbrook and the Denver Nuggets.
And for that matchup with the Pistons, that'll be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
Now the start.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
The Heat making a switch here. MP's checked in. To the middle. Ellis, good.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
Miami has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Now here's Hero. 10 points in his last outing. Adebayo a screen on Fox. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. That one's off. Still out of sync. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. It's a 5-point game. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
As they say, live by the three, die by the three. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
You would have liked to have seen them make some adjustments and attack the rim, but they just kept firing from distance and couldn't get much to fall.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. In the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Butler. MP outside. Butler passes to Highsmith. From deep, MP. Called in by the Kings. Sabonis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Ellis. Butler covering. Fox for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Fox has got 5 now.
Showing that quickness that time. Fox getting rid of it in a hurry.
And Adebayo slams it in.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability...